welcome back to 9 years in China and beyond. I'm trying to get more and more videos out, and I apologize if I cannot get them out fast enough. Right now I'm working really hard trying to find a way to bring some current things to you, and I still have some old stories I want to tell you, but I'll go as I get some information that I need. We'll kind of go that direction. Now, the last video I did, we talked about flooding in China and some things like that. You know, like what's going on over there? A lot of stuff, and it's still going on. And I'll probably have another video about flooding, the new COVID that's going around all over the world. I've already had my friends over there have been asking me about the new COVID, and I told them, yeah, it's real catchy, but it's not proved to be any more serious yet. I'll tell you that much right now. If you're interested in that new variant that's going around, but today it's going to be a little bit more about what's going on over there, and has President Xi just gone off his rocker? It seems so. Now, China, every country has a lot of problems, and we'll be dealing with China's economy a little bit, some other aspects, you know, the lie flat movement and all this. But as some of you know, a while back, Xi Jinping had put out this book, The Thoughts of Xi Jinping. And, okay, that's all right. Every president probably should have some books. I have nothing against that, all right? You know, and that's a good way to make some extra money when you get old and retire. But we know right now President Xi has no intention of retiring. He wants to lead forever. But he put out this book, and I'll be darned, you know, the next thing you know, he's telling the schools Xi Jinping Thought is now going to be mandatory reading material, mandatory study. And it's bad enough that a lot of these thoughts and attitudes have developed bad attitudes toward the West, for one. You know, when you see videos of these little kids acting like little soldiers, you know, I mean, for real, hating on the West, hating on America and Canada and whoever else. And it's bad to brainwash children anyhow. All right, they have enough problems. They got to grow up before they worry about the thoughts of some stupid president, all right, when they can't understand what he's trying to talk about. All right, so that's little kids. And now the middle schools and the high schools, and I just got confirmation for sure, because I was curious about, I have a friend, and her daughter's about 12 or 13, and I mentioned that, but we were talking on WeChat, and she kind of secretly had to respond to me. Remember, Big Brother monitors WeChat. There is very little in China that is not monitored, and I've always tried to tell, I say, if there's something you want to tell me, send me an email, because they just about cannot do anything with email. And I'd have email lickety-split. I'd have your thoughts, I'd have video, and China cannot do anything about it. Sometimes I get on a rant about this stuff, but there's a reason. Anyhow, it was confirmed that, yeah, they had to study this Xi Jinping Thought. She's 12 years old. What does a 12-year-old care about, again, the thoughts of a 70-year-old man? Whether he's the president or not, you know, it's not high on the list of interest. And this is going on all through the educational system in China. And I thought, I've got an English translation here of what it says. And of course, it's got a picture of Xi when he was about 40, 30 years ago. But it says, the thoughts of Xi Jinping, thoughts shape the world, thoughts shape the future. Xi's thoughts help better understanding. Uh-oh, the all-knowing Xi. China and the world. That's kind of how this book translates on the cover. But, and that's bad. That brainwashing at any level to me is horrible. But what's broke the camel's back and why I decided just to go and make this little video today is recently in the news, as just a few days ago, something new has popped up. Bankers forced to study Xi's thoughts as party tightens the grip. Alright. If you don't know much about China, you know, when you have a communist government, there's the phrase "we the people" means nothing. They have no concern for the people whatsoever. It's all about the CCP in China. It's all about whatever President Xi decides to put upon the people. If he wants it, they're going to make a law about it. There ain't a thing you can do about it. So now, it's all about control. And I watched this one video where I saw this, and I'm going, my Lord, here it is. They control the banking system anyhow. Every bank in China is controlled by China. You know what I'm saying? There is no separate ownership. Everything, if it's the Bank of China or China, oh God, I forgot some of the names of these already. But yeah, it's all one. And they go around the city every day, armed with shotguns and riot gear, sort of. They get out of these armored vehicles and they go get the money. And one stop may be at the Bank of China, and the next stop will be at another bank with a different name. And it's just how it's done. And most of them are really not. I've been at the telling machines at 5 o'clock when they come in, and they just tell you to back off for a minute while they get the money, and sometimes somebody can speak English and they'll say something to you. They're holding a shotgun and talking to you, and you say, oh yeah, you know, you agree, whatever they say, you agree. But this is going a little too far. They're making a banker learn this. And here's an interesting fact I found out from watching this video where I saw this, that up to 30% of their day, they're forced not just to read Xi Jinping Thoughts, they have to read other Xi Jinping books and even have to do reports on them. Now, bankers aren't the only ones that have to do this. There are other occupations, but now there's a point of no return. There's a point where this man has jumped off the ledge because he's gone freaking crazy. Yeah, he's the president of a country, but your country needs to have production, and you don't need to be taking away people's time, because time is money also. Because I wonder if the bank is paying those people for clocking out to read Xi Jinping's thoughts. Are they? I really doubt it, especially knowing China like I do. You're lucky you get paid what you worked. There's very little bonus structure going on over there. So anyhow, I thought I'd make this little video, and I want you all to think of just how crazy it is. Imagine if Joe Biden tried to do this, or Trump or somebody. Trump's thoughts. Mandatory reading material. What if they passed a law where you had to study Trump's thoughts or Biden's thoughts? Isn't that crazy? I want you to think about this as we close this video down. What if that happened? What if it happened in your country? You know, wherever you're from, if you're from India or Malaysia or wherever you're from, could you see your leader doing something like that? I'm almost surprised that Russia doesn't have this, but Putin, as bad as he is not so, he's not such a control freak that he has to know every nuance in your life. And he's not trying to control every single nuance in your life. China is very different, guys. It's really, really different. So anyhow, that's it for today. A little rant about Xi Jinping Thought. Could you live with that? I don't think so. We'll see you later. Say bye-bye. Take care.